What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off? Having a flirty personality isn't a real thing. Anyone who's a self-proclaimed flirty person just wants to be able to flirt with everything with a pulse with no consequences. Whether they're dating someone, whether they're in a talking stage, whatever, they just want to be like, I can't help it, I just have a flirty personality. No, you don't. You just like flirting with people. You can be talkative and kind and not claim yourself as a flirty person. So if you're going like out of your way to be like, I just have a flirty personality, you know what you're doing. What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
Big asses are overrated. Since when did flat asses become not a thing? Join the movement to bring flat asses back. Who's with me?
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
I don't care that the real lyrics are Pope is a rock star. I just don't care. Stop telling us. We know. We just don't care. Because we like the positive trends. Okay?
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
If somebody makes a video about grieving, whether it's their child, their grandparent, their parent, their aunt, their uncle, their friend, whatever it is, and you come on there and you say something along the lines of, well, God needed them more than you did, from one Christian to another, kindly fuck off. It's the most disgusting comment I think I read on some of these people's posts. That is the last thing somebody wants to hear, is that God needed them more than we did. It helps nobody.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
If you walk around with shoes on inside your house, you're nasty. Like if 5 minutes before you enter my house, you were in a gas station bathroom dragging your feet across that floor, that nasty floor, or walking around in a parking lot where people have spit and dogs have peed, and then you try and enter my house, I will judge you. No joke, I seriously have this sign posted right outside my door, and I will make you mop the floors. This is why they invented house slippers, so you can leave your nasty shoes at the door and you can put on cute little house slippers. Mine are rainbow, they're adorable. So let me know in the comments, do you wear shoes inside your house? Let me know, because I will probably never enter your house because it's probably really dirty.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
Just because you give your kids a little bit of screen time with a tablet does not make you a bad parent. But you should only give your child 30 minutes of screen time a day. Man, shut up. Can you tell me something more sacred than downing a coffee and taking a fat shit afterwards in peace? I didn't think so. Man, if it is a crime to let Mickey Mouse or Blippi step in and be a temporary stepfather so I could do something for my mental health, throw my ass in jail. Tell them I even throw in the free egg roll for the life. As a parent, only you know what's best for you and your kids. You can't take care of your kids if you can't take care of yourself. Peace.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
I mean, I got many. Why only stop at one? But by far the most reactions I've got on this is in the UK among Brits. Are you ready? I think Harry Potter's overhyped. I don't see why people like it. I tried to watch the first movie, fell asleep. It's just not interesting. Like, it's a bunch of children with like some wizardy stuff. Like, how do people find that appealing? Don't hate me, like, it's not for me. And I haven't read the books either, so I'm not just not interested.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
College is just a way to get people in debt. It is not something that's necessary. You can self-teach. You can do what you want to do without having somebody tell you what books to read, what research to do, passing a test that they give you. Like, it's basically just a piece of paper and a trick. It's a scam to get you into debt for the rest of your life so that you basically owe your life to the fucking them. Have the day you deserve.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Guys don't have to pay for everything. I understand the first date the guy should pay, that's the gentleman thing to do, but if y'all guys are constantly going on dates or you're dating or in a committed relationship, he shouldn't have to pay for everything. For example, if I invite you out, I'm gonna cover for you. The plans is to cover for you. And if I tell you that I'm covering for you, or I tell you that I got it and you be like no, then okay, I'll let you pay. But I have my own money and I don't want the relationship to seem one-sided. To be like I'm using you for your money, because that's not what it is.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
That it is possible to be sexist against men. In saying that, I'm not trying to discount or silence women's voices. I want to start off by saying that. But sexism is stereotyping and prejudice based on sex. There's a severe lack of services and support for male survivors of physical, sexual, and domestic abuse. According to the CDC, nearly 1 in 4 men in the U.S. experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Currently, there are 1,500 emergency battered women's shelters in the United States. And of 2017, there are only 2 for men. We need to call out injustices anywhere and everywhere that we see them.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
People need to stop using the words can't and won't interchangeably. If you can't do something, it's because you lack the skill to do it. If you won't do something, it's because you lack the will to do it. See, a lot of times when people say they can't do something, it's not that they don't have the skills, it's that they're not willing to sacrifice in order to accomplish what they actually say they want to accomplish. So they substitute I can't with I won't in order to let themselves off the hook. Those who tend to make their dream a reality use the 2 words appropriately. They use I can't as a signal to go out into the world and learn a skill and improve. Then use I won't as a statement that they've made a decision that they firmly plan to stick by. If you're looking to have the best year of your life, 3 things you can do. Get honest with yourself, take radical accountability, get out and take action. Let's go.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
I don't like RGB lights. They don't look good. They hurt my eyes. Why do they change colour? It makes no sense. Your room is one set colour scheme. You don't need colour changing lights. They're awful. I hate them.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
I'm not calling y'all crazy, but women have every right to be if they want to. Think about it. Y'all go through the most mentally and physically, and yet you're told to act like a lady. Y'all have to even expect some sort of sexual harassment or sexual assault from the opposite sex because boys will be boys. A lot of y'all can't even go a good month without your body acting crazy. Cramps? That alone is enough to go on a psychotic rampage. A lot of women are even taught, especially back in the day, to be submissive, to cook, to clean, to take care of, and carry children for men that they knew and know are not going to treat them right and don't see them as equal. Some of y'all are taught that your man is going to cheat on you and that you should be okay with it. Long story short, your life is a lie. Nothing y'all deal with is okay. And you deserve to be mad every damn day.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
That overcommitment to our opinions actually perpetuates conflict and suffering in our lives while at the same time reducing awareness and our ability to grow from our experiences.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Women are completely overreacting when they get angry at a dude for calling them a female. That's literally what you are. That's the scientific term for you, is female. It's no different than calling a snake a reptile. It's not a sign of immaturity like some of y'all are going to say. What would be a sign of immaturity is if we kept calling y'all bitches every time we want to refer to women. But we're not. We're saying females. And to be honest, y'all really shouldn't be offended because y'all be calling men niggas all the time and we're not niggas. We are men. It's really not that serious, ladies.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
So I live for the fact that we are in an era where we're holding misogynistic men accountable. We're able to say, no, that's fucked up. You shouldn't say that. What I don't live for is the fact that we attack them for their physical features as retaliation. Like, yes, that's what they're doing to us. And this may be the only way to make them feel shitty. But saying, you have a small dick, you're short, you're balding. Okay, great. Now his feelings are hurt, but so are 10 other non-shitty guys. You can't say, your physical features don't matter, we care about what's on the inside, and then come for their physical features. Because now these non-shitty guys who do have these features that they can't help, they're just who they are now feeling like they do matter, and that they are more important than the fact that they're good guys. It might be cheesy to say that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but they really don't. I mean, we can do better than this. We really can.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
The only reason we know who J-Lo is because Selena died. If she had never been murdered, we would have never known who J-Lo was.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
Charter schools are awful, and they should be no longer a thing in America. 1, they hire uncredentialed teachers. At my first charter school I taught in the Bay, there was a teacher on an emergency permit for 5 years because they couldn't pass their CSATs for 5 years. 2, they take money from the public education system, so when they do that, like, public schools get less money because some of it is allocated towards charter schools. Also, charter schools get to do pretty much whatever the heck they want. They can hire who they want. They can fire you at any time without any explanation. they're pretty toxic. Most of them have a strict uniform policy for students and staff, and they have like these weird codes of transitioning and conduct that almost seem like a prison organization. And finally, because they are awful schools for children who have disabilities or IEPs. Anyways, that's my unpopular opinion.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Okay, so this is more so just like an unpopular opinion, especially among like other groups of young women or like feminists like myself. But hating kids is not a personality trait. And I don't think saying like I hate kids all the time is like the edgy take you think it is, because kids are a very vulnerable group. And if anything, it's more so progressive or feminist to include children in your advocacy. Also, like, if your entire personality revolves around like hating a more vulnerable population like children, I feel like you maybe just have some other issues.
What's an opinion you have that might piss some people off?
I do not donate to business charities. Now that the holidays are coming up, you guys are going to see a lot more stores asking you to donate to charities, whether it's $1, $2, any amount. And I always say no, and here's why. Those companies are going to take a part of those donations and donate them to the charity that they're telling you they'll donate them to. But they're going to turn around and use those donations as tax write-offs. So instead of Walmart donating the money to, say, a company like St. Jude's, we're the ones who are donating. They're not donating anything, and they get out of paying taxes.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Nobody owes you forever. Nobody is obligated to stay with you because 10 years ago they fell in love with somebody who might not even exist anymore. We change as people all the time, inside and outside. We evolve, we mature, we learn. And if somebody decides that they don't love you anymore because you're not the person they fell in love with, they don't have to stay. Same as if you wake up and decide that you're no longer happy, you don't have to stay. And nobody should be shamed for making that decision as long as they're open, honest and respectful about it. You don't owe anybody forever because you fell in love with somebody who doesn't exist anymore.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Black men dating white women is not the same thing as black women dating white men. And I will fight anybody who tries to tell me differently.
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Just because you watch the news every day, it doesn't mean that you're more informed than the average person. Because let's be honest, most of the news out there these days is complete bullshit. And I'm not talking about any one outlet. I'm talking about them all. CNN, Fox, Facebook news, Snapchat news, which literally gets updated every time a celebrity blows their nose. So yeah, if you like watching the news every day, it just means you like watching the news. Like, I enjoy Marvel movies. It doesn't make me Spider-Man. Although, I can shoot webs out of my
Opinion you have that might piss some people off.
Ooh, I can't stand that saying that blood is thicker than water because folks abuse it and they use it incorrectly anyway. It's like, yeah, blood is physically thicker than water, but what does that really mean? Traditionally, folks use it to suggest that loyalty to family takes priority over any non-family, regardless of not if that family shitted you in the past or not. It's like they use this saying to justify being fucked up to each other with no consequences in the name of family. And I just ain't with that shit. So if you ask me, family is as family does. I don't care what the DNA say. So yeah, blood is thicker than water, but a blood clot will kill your ass. So you better stay hydrated and watch how you let your family handle you. You hear me? And besides that, the saying goes, the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. So what that really means is that the bond from the family you choose is stronger than the one you born into. So keep choosing your family wisely, okay?
What is the creepiest thing your kid ever said?
When my daughter was 3, she came in my room in the middle of the night, woke me up and said, "Mommy, can you please get the little girl out of my room?" And I'm sleeping. I'm like, "What little girl?" She's like, "The little girl. She's jumping on my bed. She wants to play with me. She won't get out of my room." I'm like, "Oh, just sleep with me." So she slept with me. The next day, I didn't think anything of it. Then she comes to me and says, "I'm so sick of Daddy moving my toys around in my dollhouse. He comes in my room and plays with my dollhouse and moves them all around." I'm like, "I highly doubt your father's doing that. He probably banged into it by accident, making your bed or something." This went on for pretty much every morning. Somebody's rearranging my dollhouse. Didn't think anything of it at all. The only reason I thought of it was because one night, me and my husband come in from outside, and our oldest daughter comes and says, oh my gosh, Mom, Dad, the freakiest thing just happened. And we're like, what? And she's like, I came downstairs and Jen was in the kitchen. And then I see her walk by, so I walk to follow her in her room to see if she's okay. And I see her in her bed sleeping. But she was just walking. So I wanted to make sure that she wasn't tricking me. So, I tried to wake her up, but she was sleeping. She wasn't joking. I think I saw a ghost. And I'm like, oh crap. Jennifer said there was a little girl in her room. I wonder, So the next day I say to Jennifer, what does the little girl look like? And she said, she has long blonde hair, blue eyes, and she's white. She looks like me. Okay, because my daughter had long blonde hair, blue eyes, and I said, is she your age? And she said, no, she's younger than me. She's probably 2 or 3. Now my daughter was 4, maybe 4.5. So I'm like, holy crap. So, I'm on the phone with my mom and my sisters, and I'm like, I'm freaking out, and I'm like, what the hell do I do? And my sister reminds me, I trash picked that damn dollhouse, like right when this whole thing started going. But you don't notice little things, right? I was like, oh my God. I brought a spirit into my house by trash picking this like handmade built dollhouse I thought was beautiful. And that's the dollhouse the furniture was being arranged in. Her furniture. It didn't come with furniture. I just trash picked the dollhouse. Anyway, long story short, we ended up burning the dollhouse in the fire pit to try to get rid of the spirit. And then maybe 6 months later, my daughter comes to me and says, oh my gosh, Mom, we burned that little girl's dollhouse, and then she burned our house down because we were living in a hotel because our whole entire house burned down. Coincidence or creepy crawly? I have no idea.